So I've torn apart my Honda B100 10 horsepower motor, and only to find out that the problem was not real serious. So I was not getting any water discharge from the pump, prior to the thermostat. Usually there's a stream of water that comes out right here that tells you that your pump is working. So being concerned that, hey, maybe the pump's not working, maybe I'm going to overheat that motor, I started looking into it online, and I found a number of videos about pulling this little devil, the water pump, apart and then getting the impeller replaced. And so I did take that out, but when I looked at the impeller, it sure looked pretty healthy. I mean, it kind of looked like it was pumping water. So I thought, well, okay, maybe it's not the impeller. And I did a little further research to find out that it was probably the thermostat. So after taking this head plate off, I had the thermostat in here. I could tell it was really pretty crusty looking and so forth, but my buddy here just played with it after I took it out and said, yeah, but it moves, and it does. So I thought, well, where is all of this stoppage coming from then? If the pump's pumping and the thermostat's working, theoretically, I should be getting a stream of water out of here. Well, if I follow this water journal here from the top where it connects to the hose, the thermostat body is in here, say, and I follow that journal down, this little tube right here connects directly to this little rubber, which sprays out the water. And I looked in this little tube and I found it was impacted with silt. And so I took my little Craftsman screwdriver here and I cleaned it out, and now it's as clean as a whistle. So had I have thought about that prior, had some experience prior, I would have just pulled this little hose off, ran a drill bit in there with my fingers very carefully, slowly, so that it pulled the material out, didn't just push it back in. And I would have cleaned that out, put the hose back on and tested it. I would have saved myself all the labor of pulling the water pump, pulling this housing, etc. That being said, this is a crusty ass filter or thermostat, and the impeller is a little bit worn, so I'm going to go ahead and replace these parts since I've ordered them and I've got everything apart. It'll take me just a little bit of time to reassemble, and I'll be good to go for the season and probably next year as well. Considering this motor was manufactured either the year that I graduated high school or the year before, either 83 or 84, I think it's in pretty darn good shape, and it runs like a top. So there you go.